Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 628. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
All right, so, Connor, we're waiting this big announcement. Now, is this announcement the trailer for Series 9 of Doctor Who?
Well, yeah, it's coming in an hour's time, and it is most likely going to be the trailer, the full-length one, not a teaser. So this is
Wow.
big.
Now, tell us, I've seen the news here and there on my break and stuff, so why don't you just tell us what stuff they scattered today about teasers and stuff about Series 9?
Yeah, so basically we've got a whole load of little bits of information here and there. We've obviously got the announcement of Lego Dimensions, where you can play as all 13 Doctors. You can meet Daleks, meet Cybermen, etc. It's like
that's fantastic, because you know what?
Yeah.
We actually get to have the team up that I've dreamed of, Back to the Future and Doctor Who in the same game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a brilliant game. I mean, I've seen the gameplay from Comic-Con itself. Like, it's on YouTube everywhere, and it's just fantastic, particularly the Doctor Who stuff.
And Christopher Lloyd is also back as Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yeah, and it's actually Capaldi voicing the Doctor. So it's like when Christopher Brown and Capaldi, both Doctors basically, come together.
That's awesome.
It's actually them, so it's really cool.
That's what makes it worthwhile, and it seems like it's centered around Doctor Who, like the Daleks and stuff.
Yeah, like the Dalek Emperor's in it. I don't know.
I mean, I saw Batman go in the TARDIS, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, like when you die on it, when you're playing as the Doctor, he regenerates. So you play as all 13 Doctors at one point if ever you die. So it's really good. It's seriously the best Lego game out of all of them, I think.
Now, when does that come out?
That comes out in September, I believe.
Is that worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide.
Okay. So, like, what's some of the characters on there besides we know? Like, we know Back to the Future. We got Doc Brown. We got the DeLorean.
Jurassic World or Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah, Back to the Future, Batman. We've got the Lego Movie, obviously, because that's mainly what it's centered around. It's got the, wild style and stuff like that. There's loads. It's like all the major franchises. Lord of the Rings, obviously. Gandalf.
Now, are they going to have things like sort of like Disney Infinity, where you're going to have to buy the little figure to play them in the game, or is it just all?
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
Oh, okay, very good. Do we know how much it will be?
I think the game itself is £95. I don't know how many dollars that is. So you have to work that out yourself.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. Okay, so now what Doctor Who news do we have for Series 9?
Well, we found out today that I presume it's going to be the girl who died, because of what we already know, is going to have Vikings on a spaceship, which is similar to dinosaurs on a spaceship from Series 7. So,
right.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that, definitely.
That's really cool. I mean, so does that mean that somehow the Vikings are alien in origin and not necessarily human, or is it, we don't know yet?
There could be, yeah, because then you've obviously got Odin in it as well, which is the god. So he could be alien as well. There could be a whole whole thing of explanation.
So it could be like related to Ragnarok, where like Thor and Loki died and came back, and Odin, all of them died, and it keeps coming back and dying and coming back. So could that be that she is a alien god or something? Not necessarily a god, but that she's an alien. She keeps coming back to life, sort of like a Highlander thing or something.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like we've found out a bit more about Maisie Williams' character. Like they've described her as a metamorphic, and that she can change. So, and the speculation that she's actually the Doctor shapeshifting. So I know that's been. There's literally been loads of speculation to like.
So wait a minute, she transforms like her form.
Like the Doctor has a shapeshifting machine or a device, and he can shapeshift into her.
The Doctor can?
Yeah. That's why it's such a pivotal part, or at least that's why it's speculated.
Okay.
Like, so I think
So
he's actually a person, but he can shapeshift into her. You know, it's
why
like,
why could he shapeshift into her?
I don't know. I mean, there's loads of things that are unexplained. It's just
Okay.
speculation because of what he said about. There was a video where they were asked if he could change into a female doctor after he left, and he started going on about I could morph into a smaller, and then
Oh, you
Michelle.
mean in other words, he could regenerate himself into a young girl or something, or
Well,
no?
it'll be more shapeshift than actual regeneration. But Michelle immediately cut him off, and Jenna covered her face as if they were trying to hide something.
Wow.
So, you know, think of that as
That
you will. But
that's amazing. That's amazing.
yeah. And then they were going on about, well, obviously the Davros thing is now pretty much 100% confirmed. That's happening.
That's awesome because we talked about that a while ago,
Oh, yeah.
and we were speculating that that's more than likely what's going to happen. So
Yeah. So that I'm putting that out.
we called that. That's good.
Yeah. That's definitely 100% now. I'm so sure of it. You know,
Now,
yeah.
what else do we know? Now, I heard something about him craving the modest Cybermen and
Oh
not
yeah,
getting his way.
he wants the Mondasian Cybermen and the Axons back. Um, he said he's got no further in that crusade to get them back. So who knows?
So now, are they going to do what we, speculated a while ago, like really long time ago, that they were going to keep the Cybermen separate, like from the alternate universe and the Madasian Cybermen? Are they going to do like some type of Civil War type of thing, or that they just,
I think they'll
you
keep
know,
it separate for that.
they'll keep them separate? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And
Now, what about the Daleks? Anything with that?
well, apart from the Davros thing, there's nothing really with them. But Missy, well, I say Missy, Michelle Gomez said something about she doesn't know what happens in episode 12. And she said it in a way as if she was going to find out. So I think that she's not in episode 11, but she is in episode 12.
Right.
So I wonder if the last episode of the series is probably an hour special again, like last year.
Well, we know that the season opener is an hour. And
Yeah,
I thought we were clear that the next to the last episode was an hour, because what they were going to do originally, when we heard all these speculations, was that they were going to put the first two-parter in the theater. So we would have a half hour, and then we would have 45 minutes. I mean, we would have an hour, and then we would have 45 minutes. So that would be like movie length. And
yeah,
we also heard that the next to the last episode would be an hour and then 45 minutes. So, in other words, we also a while back speculated that when we first heard about the Davros thing a while ago, we speculated that the season finale would be related to the first two episodes with Davros, like it would be connected, because the rumor was that the Daleks do take over the Earth in the finale. I guess with Davros, and it may lead to Susan returning. Now we're not sure about that yet either, right?
yeah. That's none of that's been confirmed. We haven't even seen Daleks filming at all. So
Well, we haven't seen anything. I mean, they've really.
I know this is like the most secretive season ever. I know literally nothing more than I'm telling you, and not only still that's a little bit of information. I mean, it's nothing conclusive.
They just showed like a piece of paper with Peter Capaldi's name on it
Yeah,
without Clara, and people are like, oh my God, Clara's gone. It's like, hold off, because she was off a day, then she's back. So a lot of people are starting the whole rumor thing again that she's leaving in Series 9. Do you think that's the case?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
likely that she's going to leave. And actually, on the subject of Clara, she did say that she's no longer juggling home life with TARDIS. So she's more of a regular, genuine companion than just someone who, at any given moment in the episode just joins in for the adventure, from Coal Hill School. So we'll probably only see one appearance of Coal Hill School the whole series, and then that's it.
Right. Now, I am one to believe that she is going to be in Series 10. Totally. because I feel that if they were going to grab her for another year, they probably would secure her for a two-year deal like they did originally. Um, but we don't know about that. Or she could appear half the season in Series 10. I mean, the last I heard what Peter Capaldi said when asked was that he wants her to stay, and he's going to try to persuade her to stay. So what do you think about that? I mean, do you think it's already made up already?
I think that maybe one of the announcements tonight could be about Jenna's fate on the show, whether she stays or whether she goes. Obviously, they always announce pre-season or pre-series or whatever if a companion is leaving. Sometimes they do it halfway through the series, but like with Amy, we found out pretty much before Series 7 happened. So I think that could have been one of the announcements, but obviously we'll get that much later than the trailer.
I mean, I hope if she would stay, they would just announce that she would stay, so we don't have to waste time wondering how she's going to end. You know?
Yeah. So I think we'll find out lots more after the Comic-Con panel.
So what are we, less than an hour away now?
Yeah, less than an hour from the Comic-Con thing actually happening. We get the trailer for like public viewing outside of Comic-Con itself 15 minutes after the panel starts. So it starts in about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Anything else of the Series 9 that we know of?
Nothing more than that. That's it really. I'm sure if we do a show tonight, we'll have lots more.
Yeah, we're definitely, without a doubt, we are definitely doing a show tonight. I do apologize to everyone yesterday for not doing a show yesterday. I got home very late and I went to bed. So, but tonight I will make myself available. Even though I'm going home late, we still will do a Real Whovians cast tonight, absolutely, as well as the Everything show, definitely. So,
yeah.
What about we were talking about off air about the big finish with River Song, and Winston Churchill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You and I differ on this because you feel that once she's signed, right, with Big Finish, she is not appearing on the TV show.
Well,
River Song?
I'm not absolutely sure. I don't think she will because they'll want to give her time to establish herself in the audio world.
Right.
I just don't see it like immediately being something that they'll do. They won't throw River into both spectrums really, like audio and TV at the same time. I think it'd be a much stressful schedule for Alex Kingston as well. I don't think that she could juggle the two at the same time. So
but that's it. But it might not be the same time because, for all we know, with the little news that we know of Series 9, she could have already filmed her parts as River Song, and her going into Big Finish, it's already filmed already. So she's just boom doing Big Finish.
Possibly, but I just don't see her returning this year. I do. Possibly next year. I agree with you when you said earlier that she's going to appear with Capaldi at least once.
Right.
And I think that's a certainty because it's. I think that Capaldi's her doctor.
Right. See, my take on it, and I'm going to be as positive as I possibly can. Stephen Moffat, when he writes his stuff and when he comes up with these things, sometimes he changes his stuff midway or last minute. On a whim, he wants to be able to do whatever story he wants to do with his characters. He don't want to be tied up where he can't use a character that he created because it's on Big Finish. So I believe strongly that regardless of the announcement that River Song is in Big Finish or Winston Churchill or whatever, since he showed Winston Churchill in his episodes, I really believe strongly that he is completely and utterly allowed to use River Song in Series 9 or 10 or whatever, because if you go I don't think her contract's exclusive to Big Finish. I feel that Paul McGann appeared in the minisode, even though he was on the contract from Big Finish. We weren't expecting that to be the greatest minisode ever where he regenerated into the War Doctor. And that was fantastic. So I think with certain cases, let's say like, Romana or the Ronnie, that's exclusive to Big Finish. But those actors specifically just for Big Finish, just like the Master with Paul McGann's Master, you know. But
Yeah.
as far as River goes, I feel that we will see River Song soon. I believe somehow we'll see her in Series 9, whether it be the Christmas special or not. I also feel that we're going to definitely have a huge Weeping Angel storyline, possibly next year with Neil Gaiman or whatever. I think that he may give them a break for a year, but if you look at the track record with the Weeping Angels, they kind of like, really didn't really give them the respect that they needed because they kind of had a couple of episodes in it, like God Complex and, Going for the Gold or something, Mini-sode, or like, Tom and the Doctor, where they weren't really used to their fullest effect. They were just kind of like side-scrolling things for seconds characters. So
Yeah.
I think that a huge Weeping Angel storyline is coming, and I think that River Song would be a part of that.
They
As
did.
well as, yeah.
They did picture. They took a picture of Rigsy in front of what looked like a wall of like stone angels, not actual like stone. It was more like just a picture, like a big blown up picture of these angel things. And I think maybe that's a hint. I do want to see Capaldi with the Weeping Angels because he's the sort of doctor that kind of needs that
I
that
think
kind
he
of
would
ability.
destroy them completely. I
Well,
think
yeah,
he's
I mean, if any doctor was more like a weeping angel, or if a doctor could scare a weeping angel, it would be Peters, I think.
absolutely. All right. Thank you, Connor. We will talk more about this. If there's a chance we could do one in an hour, I will make every attempt. But if not, guys, hopefully we'll see you tonight. And again, thanks, Connor, for all week.
Fine.
Take care. Bye for now, everybody.